So DJI have just released their own power stations, the DJI Power 500 and the DJI Power 1000. Now I love using power stations when I'm on the road, either filming with my drones, cameras, and I need to charge them on the go, or if I'm camping or on road trips. Power stations like this are so handy to have, and I've been using these for the last couple of weeks. So in today's video I want to talk about what they are they good value, and should you go out and buy them? So if I'm out filming for the day, I always need to charge my drone batteries, camera batteries, laptops. I always need power with me, and I don't want to be charging slow in the car. So I've always got some kind of power station with me. But because these are DJI, they also have a special feature on both of these, which makes fast charging my drones even better than any other power station. But especially this, the DJI Power 500. We went on a road trip recently from the UK to Paris. It was like a 10-hour road trip. And I had this in the car. I took this one because of its size. I think this is fantastic. It packs loads of power, can charge all the devices, but it is much smaller and much more lightweight. So it's not an issue if you're going camping, you're going on a road trip where you might have loads of different things with you. You want to take a power station, this is really compact compared to the DJI Power 1000, which packs a lot more power, but it is a lot bigger as well. So talking of power, the DJI Power 500 has 512 watt hours of power with a peak capacity of 1000 watts. And that's going to be the most important factor here. Whereas the big boy here, the DJI Power 1000, this packs 1024 watt hours, and this has a max output of 2400 watts if you get the EU or UK model, and the US model packs 2200 watts. I'm going to talk about in a second why that number is really important. Now, which one of these to get is going to heavily depend on your situation. Do you just want a massive power bank like this to take with you on day trips, maybe an overnight stay where you've got loads of power with you? You might be going off grid and you want to charge all your devices with something like this. We hired a camper van recently, and although it was bags of fun, the downside was unless we was actually connected to power, as soon as we was off grid, that battery would go straight down. And you know what kids are like? They want all their devices charging all the time, their phones, iPads. If they don't have a phone battery, your life is going to be miserable. So having devices like this or this when you're either in a camper van or camping off grid, this is going to make your life so much easier. So maybe you might be going away for like the weekend, 2 or 3 days, or you want to have some sort of home backup solution. This, the DJI Power 1000, is going to give you basically double the power of this. Now it is larger, it's also a lot heavier as well than the DJI Power 500. And because it's got a max output of 2400 watts, actually powering your devices or appliances is not going to be an issue. I've got this huge light now on me as I'm recording this, and the Power 1000 is completely powering this, and it's only actually using 31 watts of output. So if I was to turn this off now, just look at the difference in the lighting. If I turn this off, that is now off, and it's all being powered from this. Turn this back on, and it's going to be a lot better. So that's a lot better now. And I've also got another light here just to my left hand side, and this is being powered by the DJI Power 500. And if we just look on the screen here, this is actually only using 7 watts of power. So I could actually have this light on continuously for the next 44 hours, and this isn't even fully charged. If I just unplug this, you can see the difference there. So this is fantastic if you have different devices with you. You might be going out filming, you want to take multiple lighting solutions, then these can easily power them. And then when I need to charge my devices, I could charge my MacBook Pro around about 4 times on this. I could charge these batteries from flat, again, around about 4 times. And if I have a camera with me, I could charge my camera batteries about 20 times. But this can also power appliances as well really easily. So again, we took a little kettle with us. So when we was actually stopping, we wanted some coffee or a tea, we could easily power it on this. So this guy here, it has 1000 watt peak output. So as long as your devices aren't over 1000 watts, this can handle it really easily. So in this example here, I've got this kettle. So you can see this can now easily power this small kettle here. So it's like a camping kettle, but you can power it from this. And it has no issue, it doesn't have any problem powering that. Now, if you was to go over that 1000 watts, it also has safety features built in, so it will turn off. And it also has a thermometer gauge as well, so if it gets too hot, it can also turn off as well. But if you're also off grid and you're getting pretty cold, you can pick up these. These are really convenient. These are space heaters. I'll turn the AC on, and I can turn this on now. You can see now that's kicked in, so that's now actually blowing out warm air. Now this space heater is actually outputting at 512 watts at the moment, and it's saying it can actually run this space heater and this light for around about 40 minutes now continuously. Now I'm going to turn this off because I'm boiling now because this is far too hot, but it just shows you that you could easily power so many devices all from this really little power station. It's incredible. Now if you want something with a lot more power, the Power 1000, it's basically going to double everything. So if I want to charge these batteries, I could charge these around about 8 times. I could charge my laptop 8 times, and then my camera batteries easily about 40, 50 times with something like this. But also this has a max output of 2,400 watts, EU, UK models, 2,200 for the US. So this could easily power something like the space heater. You could power a kettle, probably a microwave as well. You're still going to have to look on the bottom of your appliances and then to see what the max output is. But the majority of appliances, even fridge freezers, aren't over 2,400 watts. So if you do have a power outage, you could power it with something like this, or keep this in your car, go on a road trip or a camping weekend, and this can power all of your devices without any problems. And just to example how powerful this is, the big light I showed you what it's powering, it's still powering that. And it can actually power it now for another 17 hours. I hope this video is not that long, but just to show you that this packs a massive punch. Now charging these is really convenient. It comes with a standard plug and you can actually get both of these fully charged from flat in about 70 minutes. You plug directly into the front of both of these power stations and you can have a fast charge or slow charge on both of these. But you can also connect these to your car as well via a cigarette lighter to actually charge these, or you can connect them to solar as well, which we'll talk about in a second. Now the Power 1000 and the 500 both have built-in fans. Now this is powering this huge light above me, this is powering this light to the side, and if I was to go quiet now, you can't hear anything. The great advantages to both of these compared to the competitors is these are really quiet. So even though they've got fans and the fans are spinning, you can barely hear them. So if you're actually using these for production, you need to actually do what I'm doing here, where you're actually using them to power lights or different monitors and you don't want to have a huge fan spinning in the background. These are going to be really convenient to you. Now both of these power stations support fast charging for your DJI batteries. This is like the special feature on these that you're not going to get on different power stations. So with DJI Air 3 or Mavic 3 Pro, you can actually get this adapter. So this connects directly into the battery, and then you've got SDC ports on the front of both of these power stations. So if we was connect directly into here now, so this now is fast charging directly onto here. So it's about 120 watts it's actually outputting. And then you can actually see a little indicator on the top of the power station which tells you the exact percentage of this battery. Now you're going to be able to get a charge from 10 to 95% of this battery in about 30 minutes using this fast charging solution. If you was to use a 100-watt power cable directly into here or into your AC outlet, it's going to take about 45 minutes. So you're going to get about a 15-minute boost using this fast connection on here. And you're also going to get the same amount of power and speed using this boy as well. So both of these are fantastic. When you move in different locations, you want to quickly charge your drone batteries, this is a fantastic feature. Now, as I mentioned, you can connect both of these devices to solar panels. So you get a solar panel adapter, or you can actually buy solar panels for this on the DJI website, and they connect directly into the front of here. So it's directly into that port. On the DJI 1000, you've got 2 SDC ports, so even better. So you could connect multiple solar panels to this directly, or you could have a solar panel directly into this port, and then you could be charging, fast charging your drones using the other SDC ports. On the DJI 500, you only get one of them. So the solar panels is going to be perfect if you're out off grid or you're camping. You can be able to connect these up to solar and get up to 300 watts of solar input. Now the adapter that comes with these as well, you can connect multiple solar panels to this. So you just have to use one, you could connect multiple ones of this to recharge these faster. Now this is really convenient when you're out for the day or you're off grid or camping, and you can connect these to solar, and then you're going to get solar input into both of these. So these are going to be charging via solar, and as long as you don't actually have a really cloudy day, I find it actually works pretty well, and then you're going to be able to actually charge your devices using solar as well. Really convenient. Now if we talk about inputs as well, DJI 500, you've got 2 USB-C ports. Now these are both 100 watts, really good for fast charging as well, just using the standard USB-C cables. You've also got 2 USB-A cables outputting 24 watts, and you've got 2 AC ports here. You've also got the adapter where you can actually connect into this to charge this via AC, and you've got that one SDC port as well, and this display on the front of it. So that's really good. Now on this one here, the difference is you're going to get the two SDC ports like I mentioned. You've also got a direct connection where you're going to charge this via AC. You've got fast and slow charging. You've also got two USB-C ports on here, but this is going to output 140 watts on this. 140 watts from a USB-C cable is incredible. You have two USB-A ports, again 24 watts of output, and two AC adapters on the front of it. So there's no other adapters on here, just got the built-in fan. It would have been good to have some kind of like wireless charging on the top of it. You do see that on some other competitors, but you don't get that on here. But the overall build quality, this is a DJI product, so you expect any DJI product to be great, and the build quality is fantastic. They're not noisy, which normally power stations are. The fans spin really loud, and they just don't spin that loud on here. It's really quiet. It's probably the quietest power stations I've ever seen, and just the ability to output 2,400 watts, 2,200 watts is impressive. So both these power stations bring fantastic benefits, and it's just going to come down to your use case scenario. Are you off at weekends a lot, needing this power with you off grid? In which case the Power 1000 will probably suit you more. Or you going out for the day flying your drones, you might be out for multiple hours, but you want to have lots of power with you. You don't want to be connecting your drones to your cigarette lighter, taking forever to charge them batteries. You want something like this. It's going to be able to fast charge your drone batteries, but also provide power for your phones, laptops, iPads, camera batteries. Also be able to actually power a kettle, a space heater, maybe a toaster. Then something like this is really good, and it's also super lightweight and easy to take with you. So for me, I really do like the Power 500, and I'm going to use this a lot more than I would the Power 1000. But if we're going away and we're going away for a camping trip, we're going away for the weekend, I'd probably take this as well. Both of these are fantastic. It's going to come down to your use case scenario. But the price of these as well, I think is fantastic. It's spot on where I think it should be. Again, don't forget these are a DJI product, really good build quality. But you can pick up the DJI 500 for $379 or £459, which I think is fantastic value. And you get the Power 1000 for $699 or £879. So I think both of these are priced really competitively and fantastic value. Now, if you want to go and check out both of these power stations, I'm going to link them at the top of the description. If you want to buy any, it directly supports me if you do it through those links. I really appreciate that. And if you do have any questions on these, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try and feed back to the majority of you about any questions you have on these power stations. So I've been using both of these now for quite a while, but I really do enjoy using this Power 500. For me, my examples, I'm out filming different locations around the UK, traveling all over the place. So I need something like this with me for that day trip where I can actually take this with me and actually charge all my drone batteries, my phone, my cameras, my camera batteries, with something like this. But it also has that massive convenience factor that it's not heavy, it's really easy to take around, and it doesn't take up a lot of boot space either. But then you have something like this where we're going on family camping trips or weekends away, where this is going to provide a lot more power. Or if worst case scenario, we have a power outage at our house and we could power our appliances with this. So both of these are fantastic, but if you only want to pick one of these, I would say this is really convenient. I really do enjoy this one. But let me know which one of these you prefer. Let me know what you think about these in the comments down below. The only one thing I would say would be good to see coming, which I'm sure DJI could, is an app. So I have seen from other competitors where they have an app on your phone where you can control the power stations through your phone, so you can turn them on and off. You can see how much power they're inputting and outputting. You can even actually turn them on and off when you're away from that power station. So I would like to see some kind of app for both of these. That would be fantastic. But overall, really good starts. These are the first products that DJI have brought out in the power world, so really impressive. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. So for now, let's turn both of these lights off, and I'll see you really soon. Bye bye.